So this is the first of two videos that we're going to use today. This first video is going to be about another way to look at adding pictures or images onto your slide for your PechaKucha. The second will be a different way to record your audio. So let's go through this. We know that we are going to be starting in our OneDrive. So I'm going to go to my OneDrive. And I know it's in my English folder, and there it is, my testing to PechaKucha. So here's my slide. The things that we're going to do most of the time on these work better in the desktop version. So we're always going to start off going right here and open it in the desktop version. Open the PowerPoint. Again, leaving the online one open so that it'll update when we're done. All right, so here it is in my view, looking at the notes page. Let's go back to the normal just so that we see how we are. We're finished with our first slide. Now we're looking at our second slide. I'm going to look at it in the notes. What is it I need to have on here? This slide should tell what your topic is, which category it relates to, whether that's slavery, Civil War, or Reconstruction, and why it's important to you. Just a little background knowledge. I've already done my saying here, and you can see it there below. It's the quilt codes are connected with the category of slavery because they were used by the Underground Railroad to help slaves escape. This why it's important, this is totally your opinion. Why did you pick it? Why is it important? Well, I think it's interesting because learning about different methods of communication is important. That's what I wrote. Now I want to show you a different way to go look at getting images. We in our minds think, well, I just need to get images from the Underground Railroad. But look at the words that I've used in here. I've got communication, I've got Underground Railroad, I've got escape. Maybe some of those images might be a little interesting. So let's go back to our normal view, how we would normally look at it. And let's just start playing. Well, I'm going to just insert. I'm going to go to pictures and look at this choice here. I can go online pictures. Well, one of the words that showed up there was, let's go with escape and see what comes up. Ooh, I like this one. So I'm just going to grab that and I'm going to insert that image on my slide. I'm not going to resize anything. Watch this. What other word did I have in there? Well, I had Underground Railroad, but let's see maybe what images come up when I select Underground Railroad. Let's see what happens there. Underground Railroad. Oh, this is kind of neat. Look, I've got maps. I've got people. I could do any of those. I kind of like that one. Okay, again, I'm not playing, but what I want you to see is look what the design is doing over here. It's giving me some different ideas. You know, I saw another picture with the Underground Railroad that might be kind of a neat thing to put here. So I'm going to just type Underground Railroad again. Okay. Kind of like this one too. I'm just going to grab that one. And again, noticing over here on the design, look at what it's doing. It's playing with the things that I'm putting on there. I do want some kind of quilt on here. Let's see if there's a quilt, because that might be kind of neat just to have a little image of a quilt. Kind of like this one, I think. All right. And then I talked about communication, and I want to just get that in there because I think that's kind of an important concept to be getting. So I'm going to type in communication and see what images. Ooh, I like this street sign. All right. So I've got all these pictures, and I'm going to move me over to here so that you can see. And look at what we've got over here. I've got a whole different layout that I could do, that I could use in here. So I'm going to look on this and see if there's anything that I think is kind of neat to use. You know, I kind of like these here. Now, I don't need it to say title slide number 2. I could just remove that. And I'm going to remove that title piece altogether. And notice again, look at the different things that are coming up here. Oh, I kind of like this one. That's a nice layout. So it gives you ideas just by popping the pieces on there. And what's nice about using this is notice that it gives the permission. It shows where the photo came from, which is kind of a big deal. So doing it this way gives you images and lets you give credit to where the images were originally came from. So look at this layout. Very nice. That's lesson number 1. Getting ready for lesson number 2.